If you're interested in hitting inbox zero in your business on a regular basis, this video is for you. I recently discovered a new AI tool called SaneBox, and in this video, I am going to walk you through step-by-step things to look for when you create your account. Without further ado, let's hop in. I had the privilege of meeting a team member from SaneBox in New York, and when he told me more about the tool, it sounded like the perfect AI tool to partner with what I do on a regular basis on this channel. You all know that I am super passionate about teaching you all how to work less and live more, and leveraging AI to help reduce some of the tasks on your plate is a fantastic way to free you up to do more of the things that you actually love. So thank you so much to the team at SaneBox for sponsoring this video tutorial. I hope you all walk away from this feeling empowered to go ahead and create your account and give it a try. That link in my description will provide you with a free trial. And if you just want a general overview, if you stumbled across this video and you have never heard of SaneBox, you don't really know what it does, I'm going to go ahead and link to the overview video that I did previously, and you can check that out for a very quick overview of what this tool can do for you and your business. When you create your free account, they're going to automatically direct you to a Get Started video. The Get Started video is just the first part of a 10-part series to walk you through setting up your account. Now, if you are like me, you may be tempted to skip through some of these steps, but I will tell you, I regret doing that when I created my account with SaneBox. So take the time, read the prompts, because this onboarding process is really going to help you to set up your account to best suit your workflow needs for your email. But they also have a concierge service that's available for you to actually schedule a call to speak to a team member at SaneBox to troubleshoot anything that you're running into. So if you find yourself getting lost in the process of doing the onboarding, you also have them as a resource, so don't stress out about it because that is readily available to you. And I think that is a fantastic option for a lot of people who are a little bit afraid of AI, right? You know, you're looking at this tech tool and you're saying, hey, you're automating all this stuff. I really want to have some type of human touch. SaneBox takes care of that with the concierge service, and I really appreciate that they have that attention to detail. So if you need it, you can go ahead and leverage it, and they will show you how to schedule a call inside of the dashboard of your account. So the different labels that will be installed in your account are going to be featured on the left-hand side, just like you would any other label inside of your Gmail. So that's the primary way that I personally use SaneBox, is inside of a Google Workspace professional email. And so as the emails come in, the AI that you're training is essentially the labels that you see on the left-hand side of your inbox. They do send you an email digest every day with the email activity that has happened through your SaneBox account. So that's a really good way to make sure that you are training the AI on a regular basis, but you also can see what's come in, what's important, and what's not. So the great thing about SaneBox is you're able to customize the settings at any time. So if you set up your account thinking that you're going to use certain labels and you find that they aren't as helpful as you thought they were going to be, or you want to go back and add labels that you skipped on the onboarding, you can make those changes with ease. So don't worry about getting it 100% correct right outside the gate, because you can make changes if necessary. So this is a really important part of the onboarding if you don't understand AI. How are you actually going to teach this tool how to know what's important and what's not? So if you are not happy with where your email is, you need to move it to the preferred Sane folder in your webmail, your app, or your client. That is part of how you train the AI. You're going to receive a daily digest, which will tell you what the AI tool did in that day. So you will know exactly what emails were managed, which emails were retrained and archived. So if you're wondering what SaneBox is actually doing, that is the place to look. If you turn on the Sane No Replies, that particular folder is going to keep a copy of emails that you have sent that people have not replied to. So if that's a feature that you would like, all you need to do is to turn it on in the onboarding. Again, you can go back later if you think that would be useful, but that is what that particular folder is going to do for you. So that's going to be your place to go for emails that you need to follow up on. And so I personally think that it's easier to get the AI tool to remind you what you sent and haven't heard back on than you trying to keep it in your head. If you do decide to turn that folder on, it's going to confirm that you do indeed want it on, and then you have some further customizations that you can do within the pop-out screen. So if you wanted to immediately put copies of your emails that haven't had replies in it in the folder, you can select immediately, or you can say, hey, if I haven't heard back in 3 days or 5 days or 7 days, what have you, that's when I want to see it in that folder. So again, you can train the AI to say, this is a duration that feels comfortable to me. If you select 7 days and you realize like that's a really long time to not hear back, you can always change it to a different time frame. So again, this is a really nice tool because it allows you to heavily customize your experience, but it is going to require you to do a little bit of lifting in terms of telling the tool what you want for the way that you use your email. The next option you have is the Sane Black Hole, which is the most popular feature of SaneBox. So what that's going to do is instead of you just trashing emails from people that you don't want to hear from, you can train the AI to move those emails into the Sane Black Hole. So it's going to skip your primary inbox. If you decide to turn that on, it's going to ask you to confirm it, and it's also going to describe how the tool works. So I want to take a minute and kind of park on this because it's super important that you understand if you send emails into the Sane Black Hole, this is what's actually going to happen to those emails. So you can unsubscribe from annoying emails just by moving them into the Black Hole folder. Sane Black Hole will hold new emails from Black Hole contacts for up to 7 days before moving them into your trash. You can retrain SaneBox by moving that email from the Black Hole into your inbox. But Sane Black Hole is not for spam. It works on annoying email from real people or services. So don't move email from your spam folder into it. Use your client or webmail to mark it as spam if it actually is spam. Okay, so this is really about you taking those annoying emails from people that you actually know and getting them out of your inbox. When you think about, okay, well, what's the use case for this? If you are the type of person where you use your inbox as like a to-do list, then you don't want things clogging up your inbox that aren't tasks that you need to complete, that are more just, FYI, for your information emails. So the Black Hole is really trying to help you to prioritize the things that you need to take action on. And it gives you up to 7 days to decide whether or not, this is an urgent email or something that you need to take action on. So I really like this concept simply because the AI is putting up those boundaries for you. If you're the type of person that if it's in the inbox, it's going to get prioritized, this will not leave it in your inbox if you've trained the AI to do this. You can also enable snooze folders, and that will snooze certain emails and will cause them to automatically reappear when you need them. So you can decide, okay, if it goes in this folder, you want it to reappear in a week, reappear in a month. Again, it helps you if you're using your inbox as a to-do list. So if someone sends you something that you don't need to take action on for another week, you could put it in a snooze folder, get it out of your primary inbox, and then have it reappear as like a new email in a week. So that's what the snooze folder option will provide you. You also can customize folders in SaneBox. So especially for those of you who are using SaneBox to help manage your personal email, if you want to be able to put your, order confirmations from different things you bought online, other receipts, bills, emails from family members, then you can actually DIY a folder in SaneBox if it's not one of the ones that you've already toggled on while you were doing the onboarding. So if you need a folder that doesn't exist, you can also create one from scratch. If you decide to create a folder from scratch, understand that you will also need to train the folder if you create it. So go ahead and name it something that you'll remember. And so as you get those emails, you're going to drag them from your inbox into the folder, and that is how you will train the AI to know all future emails from that contact need to go into that DIY folder. If you ever want to skip over a folder, you can always select maybe later. And again, if you change your mind, you can go back and enable it within your dashboard. If you are an entrepreneur and you're subscribed to a lot of newsletters because you have friends that are fellow entrepreneurs and have mailing lists as well, Sane News is a great folder to turn on. That way you can consolidate all of those email blasts, and when you have the bandwidth, then you can revisit it to kind of catch up with what your friends are doing. So highly recommend Sane News. It does not function like black holes, so just make sure you know the difference. This is really about trying to consolidate where your email blasts are stored so that you can refer to them later when you have the time. Sane Reminders is another feature of SaneBox that you can utilize if you want to actually turn your inbox into a to-do list. After you get the prompt about Sane Reminders, you're going to see a really cute pop-up that allows you to book that session if you feel like you need some additional help in setting up your SaneBox account to fit your needs. So again, that option is readily available if you want to take advantage of it, but I really hope that this tutorial kind of explains to you what the basic features of SaneBox are so that you can get started, select the folders that make the most sense, start to train the folders to do what you need it to do, and again, reach out if you need help. So the last thing I want to do before we land this plane is I want to show you what it's actually going to look like inside of your inbox. Once you have SaneBox connected to your email address, you're going to see those folders or labels, if you're utilizing Gmail, appear on the left-hand side of your screen. SaneBox does a really good job of also sending you helpful emails. Like this particular one, you'll get early on in the process to show you how to train the SaneBox AI tool. So if you look on the left-hand side, you can see I have a Sane No Replies tab, Sane News, Sane Later, and Sane Black Hole. And so when I'm ready, I can go inside of those folders. I can look at the emails that are there. And if they don't belong there, all I need to do is drag it back into my inbox to help train the tool of what to do with those specific emails. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to check out the SaneBox playlist for more tutorials to help you to get the most out of your subscription. And don't forget, you can use my link, LaShondaBrown.com/SaneBox to get access to a free trial plus a $25 credit. Until next time, ta-ta for now.